Hi, my name is Varsha and I am from South Africa. I have two children, two young children, a husband, and I am a working mom. I have discovered 2 months ago about the dangers of genetically modified foods, and ever since then, I have completely banned all GMO products from my house. It is a very painful and slow process. However, when you find out the real truth about GMOs, you too will probably make the same move I did. What is a GMO? A genetically modified food is something that has been DNA spliced, meaning that a bacteria or a herbicide or a pesticide has been inserted into the DNA of a food. And what this, in a nutshell and very crudely speaking, does, when you affect the DNA at that level, there is a domino effect in that organism, which what actually happens, scientists don't really understand completely. The net effect of this is that that food mutates in a way to become something else. Its genealogy actually changes. If you compare a GM tomato to a non-GM tomato, they look identical, they taste the same, they behave generally the same. However, they are not the same thing. Their genetic structure has been changed, it's been altered, it's something else. We eat this and we are in effect eating this mutation, and that exists in us as a result. People all over the world have been shown to have certain percentages of pesticides found in their bloodstream. Now, I am not going to tell you what the dangers are about GMOs. I leave that to you to research and make up your own mind. However, what I will say is this. Personally, I looked at the effects of the GMO industry in total before I came to my conclusion, which is that I cannot support this industry. I cannot support it with a passion. Health issues, and there is a lot of debate about scientists and debunking and peer reviews and lack of evidence or fraudulent evidence. Whatever, you do the research, you find out, make your own conclusion. But there are health risks, and suffice to say that safety tests that have been carried out by the companies that created GMOs. Now, that's a heavy statement, because if I am selling something, why would I want to tell the next person the details about where this certain something falls short? I would want to promote my product, and that is human nature. However, not everybody is governed by ethics. Personally, I would not try and blind somebody that's going to ultimately cause them pain and hurt and death. But companies don't think necessarily ethically. Companies think bottom line, they think shareholders, they think profits. And companies don't have a vested interest in highlighting all the aspects of GMOs. They are saying, we are going to solve the world's hunger problem, we are going to solve malnutrition in the world. And so politicians and people up there are believing it. Look at the farmers that are affected. Look at the fact that they now have to buy their seeds every single year, because GMO seeds have terminator genes in them, which means if I plant a GMO seed today, I cannot plant the seeds from that crop tomorrow. It will die. Apart from that GM crop dying, if there is cross-pollination, it will cause the death of that cross-pollinated crop, which is not even a GM crop. So it's a domino effect in terms of agriculture, in terms of soil fertility, in terms of organic food, There are organic farmers whose crops have been compromised, and they have been sued by the biotech companies for illegally using their patented seeds, and they've been charged as high up as the Supreme Court for this, which is absolutely nonsense. However, laws seem to be molded to suit the bigger payers. Unfortunately, that seems to be the way it is. And where we are right now is we cannot rely on the companies to protect us and tell us the truth. We cannot rely on the government to protect us and tell us the truth. And we are essentially left to our own devices, hence this global video revolt against GMO, the GMO industry as a whole. My family, personally, I am a working mother. I have no time to come home and do mundane things which I expect the convenience of in this day and age. However, considering that almost every single thing that I would eat any single time I do eat in a day contains an element of GMO, I cannot knowingly now continue that lifestyle. Hence, I have now I've given away all my groceries, and I've now completely changed my lifestyle. I shop at online organic shops or the organic markets. I buy natural produce if I cannot get organic, and I am now trying to grow my own organic vegetables so I don't have to buy as much because it is very costly. I make my own products where I can. I bake my own bread on a daily basis because I cannot buy a single source of non-GMO bread in the South African market other than driving some distance to a elite bakery that does bake GMO-free bread. I am not doing this because I have time on my hands or because I want to be eccentric or because I want to be whatever, stand out. I am doing this because I cannot support an industry that lacks ethics and morality. I cannot support an industry that is cruel in its execution of its product, in the sales of its product. I cannot support an industry that is known to be the biggest cause of suicide rates amongst farmers. I cannot support an industry that is blatantly lacking in integrity to put GMO foods in baby food, as young as a 1 day old baby is having GMO formula, and this was never made known up front until people like myself have joined forces to say we want labeling, we want to know what is in our food. I have for 34 years relied on the powers that be to take care of my safety when it comes to my food and my consumables. However, I realize now that that was a very gullible and foolish thing to do. I cannot put my safety and my family's safety in the hands of governments, politicians, and biotech companies that are clearly have a vested interest. I cannot. So hence this video revolt, and I do hope that a certain number of people watching this would take the time to find out about genetically modified organisms, what it entails, what it's about, health risks, agriculture issues, pollution, environmental pollution, soil damage, cross-pollination, just all of it. Find out and make your own decision, but don't sit on the fence and don't sit with your head buried in the sand. Take the time, because this is affecting you with every bite of anything you put into your mouth and swallow. Find out about allergies, find out about cancer, toxicity, tumors, find out about chemicals, glyphosate, find out about something as mundane as aspartame and MSG. It's in every single packaged item out there. Yet 99% of my social circle don't even know what MSG really is and what aspartame really does. Because we trust. We put our faith and our trust in them, and we get kicked in the teeth, and when we find out, it's generally a bit too late. So bottom line, I absolutely am against GMOs. I absolutely am for natural, organic, sustainable food and farming and food sovereignty. Thank you.